Open up your language books to language page 223, Think B. We're reviewing our dictionary, and we know that each word in the dictionary is called an entry word. Next to each entry word actually has a way of pronouncing it. Now, I know a lot of you don't have it, or this would actually be very time consuming because we usually do this as a class and we have a competition with girls versus boys. But we don't have that right now, so I'm just going to show you how to do it. And I don't expect you to do this page, but I just wanted you to be able to see it. So number 1, now you see these things right here. These are accent marks, and it tells us where to punch the word. So for this number 1, we're punching it on the last syllable. So we would pronounce it as silhouette. Silhouette, okay? Now number 2. It says you would either pronounce it GNU is a new or a new. Either one is fine. Number 3, melancholy. And see how it's all divided by syllable? And the emphasis is on the first syllable. So it would be melancholy. Like how I'm punching it. Hopefully you're not getting dizzy. Number 4, it's not quadruped. It's not... I can't think of any other way to say it, but the correct way to say it is, if you look, it's quadruped. And look, the darker accent is on the first syllable, so it says we gotta punch it on the first. Ready? Quadruped. And number 5 is, you can see we punch it on the first, wallop. 6, isthmus. That reminds me of the Little Rascals, and they have to use a sentence for isthmus. And you guys know what an isthmus is from geography class. And he says, "This must be my lucky day." Number 7. The emphasis is on the second syllable, translucent. Look at this upside down E. It's pronounced like a. Now, number 8. There's 2 accents, but the punchy one is after the long A. So it's recitation. It's not a recitation, it's a recitation. Number 9, cordial. 10, enunciate. Enunciate. We punch the nun. Now, number 11, we punch the cess. So it's accessory. And number 12, it's not a fjord, it's a fjord. Number 13, it's not a yowman, it's a yeoman. Number 14, we punch the last syllable. Can you see that? Picturesque. Picturesque. Number 15, phosphorescence. Phosphorescence. I hope you're not too dizzy. And the last one is not quay, it's actually key. It's pronounced key. Okay, so that was just for Think B, and you do not need to do that, but that was just so you would be able to see it. Now, Think C, it says, if the italicized word would be on the same page as the guide words, write yes. If it would not be, write no. You learned about guide words yesterday. They're the words at the top that say the first word on the page and the last word on the page. Now, if you had a sandwich and you had the first piece of bread and the last piece of bread, it's got to come after the first piece of bread, but before the last piece of bread. So all your toppings and everything for your sandwich would go in between, right? You wouldn't put it on top. Same thing is true with your words. It has to come after the first word, but it has to come before the last word. So it goes right in between. If it's on the outside, it's not part of your sandwich. For the first one, we have moonbeam. And we have more. Moonbeam is the first word on the page, and more is the last word on the page. And they said, does morbid go in between? We have to decide. Well, let's look at the letters. M-O. M-O, it's tied in M-O. So we have to look at the third letter. Does R come between O and R? Yes, it does. So it passed the first check. Of it comes after moonbeam. Let's see if it comes before more. It's M-O-R and M-O-R, so they're tied for both. So now we say, does this B come before E? Does B come before E in the alphabet? It does! Ding, ding, ding! So yes, the answer is yes, it does belong on the page. Number 2, kindness and need. Kindness and need, and our word that we have is kindle. So we say, does kindle come after kindness and before need? Let's look. K-I-N, K-I-N. So we're, K-I-N-D, K-I-N-D, my bad. And so now we're looking at the L. Does L come after the N on the alphabet? It does not. Beep, beep. So this is a no. Kindle would actually be on the page before. Our next word, we have drawl and dries. Drawl and dries. And we're looking. Does drawl and dries, and we're looking at drew. Does drew come between drawl and dries? DR, DR, DR. So it's all tied. So we're looking at the third letter. Does E come after A? It does. So it comes after this one. Does E come before I? It does on the alphabet. So drew is a yes. Drew is a yes. Fickle and figure. Fickle and figure. And the word is file. Now look, we see F-I, F-I, F-I. So we're looking at the third. Does L come after C and before G? It does come after C, yeah, but it does not come before G. L comes after G, so this would actually be on the page after figure. So the answer is no. Read, rear, reason. Read, rear, and then reason. Now, oops, sorry. I read it quickly, so it's a little sloppy. We have R-E-A, 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 so we're looking at the S. Does S come after A and after D and before R? It does not. It comes after R, so it's a no. And pack and pear and pagoda. Does P-A-G, does pack, pear, and then pagoda? Does the G, because it's tied at P-A, 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 so we look at the third letter, does G come after C and before I? It does, so it's a yes. It would be on that page. And knowing and being familiar with your alphabet will be really helpful for that. Let's look at page 224, look closely. Many words that end in S, ES, ED, ING, ER, and EST are not entry words in your dictionary. You will have to look up the root word to find the meaning of the words that are formed from it. So, like, for example, if you're looking for, oh, he's the cockiest guy I know. He's so proud and full of himself. If you're looking up cockiest, you would look up the root word of cocky. Does that make sense? For a word with a suffix, don't look up the suffix. You learn what suffixes were when you were in about 1st and 2nd grade. The root word is the main word, and then all of the things we add to it. Like, for example, fry. Fry, that's the root word, we could add things to it like fries, frying, fried, fryer. These are all suffixes we could add, but if we're going to look it up, we would look up the root word of fry. Does that make sense? So D says, look up the words hurry, army, dim, and gaze in the dictionary, and on notebook paper, write the words formed from these root words. Okay, so let's see. Let's look up hurry. Ready? I'm going to do this as fast as I can. You too. If you have a dictionary, you can race me. Hurry. This dictionary is seriously bigger than me. H-U-R. So that's another way that the guide words, seriously, it is bigger than me. This is another way the guide words will help you because you look at the top. So this one is H-U-N and H-U-T. So I know that H-U-R would come in between. Hurry, H-U-R-R-Y, got it. So the suffixes we can add, it says hurry, hurried, hurrying, hurries. and hurryingly. Interesting. Now, for some of those, if you're adding a suffix that begins with a vowel and your root word ends with Y, poof the Y, change it to an I and add your suffix. Let's go for the next one. Army. Ready? We're doing a dictionary drill. Now, if we were at school right now, we would be doing a dictionary drill all together, which is super fun, but we're not together, so, and I know some of you don't have one. Army, A-R-M, A-R-O, so this would be on this page. Army. Well, I only see armies. Do you know how you'd spell that? Yeah, poof the Y, A-R-M-I-E-S. All right, let's go to the next one. Dim. Can you think of words, for the root word dim, can you think of a suffix that you could add to dim? Yeah, some of you already know, like dims. Dims the light. Speaking of dims, the light, last night when I was dimming my light, I saw the most ginormous stink bug, and I almost had a cow. I took my essential oil, my peppermint, because I know it scares it away, and started going like this all over my room, so it smells like peppermint to scare it away. Sorry, we're getting off topic. Dim, 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 dim. Oh, here it is. Dim. Dimmer. Dimmest. Now look, dim is that little word, so what we do for that, and we went over this a while ago, but when you have one vowel and it ends in a single consonant, we double bubble. Remember the gum, double bubble? So dimmer, dimmest, dimmed, and dimming. And dimly, and dimness. That's a lot of them. If you didn't get those, make sure you write those down. And the last one is gaze. Ready? Gaze. You guys might be beating me if you have a dictionary because, seriously, this thing is ginormous and heavy. Gaze. All right. Oh, man, missed it. Trying to turn a page is like impossible. Gaze. Oh, here we are. Gazed, gazing, gazer, gazeless, and that's it. Well, that was quite a lot too. That's it for today for language. It was a little bit shorter, but I'm going to add an interjection video too, so make sure you watch that. And I will see you next time.